Please, God. Oh, baby. Woo! I'm hunting deer this year, boys. Boom. Boom. Let's go.
Okay, there's no way he's surviving his hunting season. Okay, he can't even carry me. How is he supposed to carry his pack and an animal?
You need
what the hell?
You need more time on the Peloton because you. Oh my God.
You need more time in la montaña.
Alright, so we arrived in Denver after a 3-hour delay. At first, the first pilot didn't show up. It delayed us 40 minutes. And then they forgot to put gas in the airplane, so we had to make a stop at Little Rock, Arkansas to refuel before heading to Denver. So I got myself a nice 4x4 Silverado, and we are headed to Gunnison. So it's on. It is right now 37 degrees at 2:25 p.m. and it's November in Colorado. So let's do it. Found the does, boys. This is exactly. I'm parking about 200 yards up. Alright, damn, those are big does. Alright, so this is these 2 days. This out here. Alright, so it's coming down pretty hard. A lot of trouble seeing across the canyon. The snow is just coming down too hard, so I'm gonna give it a couple more hours. I'm gonna dry all my gear at camp, and then I'm gonna come back out here. The snow's supposed to stop at 2 o'clock, so hope it's a good afternoon hunt. This is some insane country. Doesn't look like it, but that's almost straight down. There's a nice water source there. There's Rainbow Creek. So this is a view from camp. That right there is the shitter. Nice view of the mountains. Just these little primitive cabins. Pretty cool. Just tucked away in the mountains. We got a stove, table, and a little heater. All you need. Pretty awesome. Not a bad setup. All right, morning number 2. Looks like it's almost done. So just complete ceiling. Can't see more than 100 yards, so waiting for this to go away. Saw a bunch of does, even saw a small buck, but not seeing as many deer as I would expect, not seeing them feeding where I would expect to see them feeding. So this afternoon I'm going to change it up completely. I'm going to go a little bit higher, maybe go a little more off the road. So right now I'm staying about 3/4 of a mile from the road, maybe about a mile from the road max, but I'm gonna start pushing it. Need to get out to about 2 miles, because I think it could just be pressure. So let's see. Let's hope that the ceiling comes off soon and I can find a buck, take him down. Alright, so afternoon number 2. I hiked about 2 miles to get to this spot. When I got to my original spot for the afternoon, there was a guy coming down from the trailhead saying that he had missed a buck, and he had watched it run for about a mile. So I decided to use my plan B spot. I'm gonna go to that spot in the morning, but this spot is really nice. Hoping something steps out here. There is not a trail for 2 miles. All right, boys, afternoon 2 is in the books. I saw a small buck and a couple does. Had that buck within 200 yards. It felt really nice. I just hunted a magical drainage. Really nice terrain. Couple days closer to the rut, and it's just feeling different around here. The next 3 days are gonna be exciting, I hope. So I'm focusing at around 9,500 feet, right on the edge of the timber. This is where I'm seeing the most action, and it's going into town to grab some dinner, and tomorrow morning it's going down. Alright, so I tested the limits of my truck. I was going downhill and I hit the brakes, and I just slid about 50 yards, unable to stop. I then did a U-turn and my car started sliding sideways. I'm done. I'm going back down to 11,000 feet, 10,500. So this is the prime time spot. Just hoping something steps out of these woods, gives me a shot. Alright, boys, I finished the afternoon. Hunted what I thought was a really nice spot, about 10,500 feet, but nothing came out. Plenty of deer sign, but nothing came out. I did hear somebody take a shot at like 6:10, and it must have been like right off the road, because it couldn't have been more than 1,000 yards from me. I mean, I heard it clearly, right in the direction of the road. So yeah, not the greatest thing, but we got day 2 or day 1.5 down. Tomorrow morning it's gonna be cold. Right now it's 31 degrees. Tomorrow I'm thinking it's gonna be in the low 20s. So it's gonna happen. Let's go. So for dinner today we have biscuits and gravy. Boiling some water. We're gonna go eat. Alright, so now we take our biscuits and gravy. And we eat it outside. Oh yeah. Deer right there. I can't tell if it's a buck or a doe. I'm gonna start heading down a little bit more. So I have 6 does feeding on that hillside, and I've got 3 does feeding on that hillside. I'm just gonna sit here. This is a 275-yard shot. This is a 380-yard shot. I'm just gonna sit here till dark. Come on. Plenty of does to mate. Come on, buck. You know you want that. Let's go. Let's go. Another group. This time behind me. 6 does. Colorado, 2nd season, Friday. Last Friday of the season. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That doesn't include 2 guys that I saw on the way in that got dropped off here by their girlfriends or wives. Colorado needs to get their shit together. Got to get these elk hunters off the mountain. Different weeks, man. This is a disaster. You can't hunt. I mean, it's just a crapshoot. So this is my first time hunting OTC in Colorado. I will be taking a different route this afternoon and tomorrow, because the spots with trailheads, they're almost worthless. No action today. I had a group of hunters ahead of me, and then I had 2 hunters behind me that came up the hillside, busted through the trees, made a shitload of noise, pushed a ton of deer out and across, you know, just terrible. So let's find something else to do. Plan C or D or E. Let's go. Beautiful trail. The reviews I got from people were that you know, there's not a lot of bucks in the unit, but there are really big bucks, and there's a massive point disparity between second season and third season. The third season hunters see massive deer. Second season hunters have a lot of trouble. But I bought into this whole thing that all the outfits were talking about. Everybody was concerned about this new date change concept and putting second season into November and blah blah blah. Well, I don't think that there's a discernible difference between second season last year and second season this year. It's just too soon, and the bucks are not near those does. Does for days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that would be the third season tag. Alright, boys. Day 5 is in the books. And nothing. At the end, almost at dusk, I spotted a deer by himself, or by herself. It ended up being a doe in an area I had not seen deer before. So I thought, this is it. This is the buck. Ended up being a doe. There were some other does, you know, in some sage that I couldn't see. Again, I saw over 20 deer. The place is loaded with does, but the bucks still seem reluctant to come out and play. So I got one more day. I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't concerned about some tag soup, but you know, killers kill. I'm gonna get it done. Tomorrow morning, it's going down. All right. It's nice and cold, and we're walking up a trail to get to the promised land. Let's do it. It's game time. Look at this shit. The crowd. We got a buck down. I'm gonna keep hunting. See if I find an elk and go 2 for 2, baby. The shop, 30 degrees uphill. He's a little dude, but I ain't eating tag soup. All right, I did it. Probably one of the greatest adventures that I've been on. Second season, Unit 54, Colorado. I held out for 5 full days, and the last day I decided I'm gonna shoot whatever comes out, because I wasn't gonna eat tag soup this year. So little forky. It's been an interesting hunt. Haven't seen the big ones yet. They haven't come down very far, and couldn't get too far up there without a bike. But some amazing country, I think I've logged something like 50 miles in the last 5 days, maybe more. This guy, the temperature dropped about 10 degrees last night. At morning, this guy showed up. The ground was crunchy as hell, so I had to take a pretty far shot. I think it was just under 300 yards. Got up against a tree and took him down. He didn't go far. He probably went about, I'd say, 80 yards. Not a lot of blood, believe it or not. I didn't even get an exit, which is odd, but the shot was quartering away, and it was about 30 degrees uphill, so you know, I would have thought I would have hit something, but got my deer. I'm about 2 miles in, so I'm gonna cut this guy up, pack him, and I'm gonna be heading back to the car pretty soon. All right, we are packed, capping off a badass adventure. There's our processed dough. Almost down the mountain. Check that out. Oh man, this is epic country. You can see the road right down there. It's about 400 feet. Almost there. Some of the coolest country, actually, the coolest country I've ever hunted in. Got my buck lined up back there. I think he's still there. Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there. If he were bigger, you could probably see him a little better. But a kill's a kill. Baby killer strikes again. Gunnison Valley Muley is a success. We out.